What if one wrong button could change the world forever? What if a harmless experiment turned into a nightmare that no one could control? Have you ever wondered what happens when science crosses the line between curiosity and chaos? In today's movie recap, we're diving into a story where one brilliant professor's mistake doesn't just break the rules of science, it rewrites them. From human transformation to terrifying consequences, this film shows how a single serum meant for progress becomes the start of something truly dangerous. Stay with me till the end, because what happens after the experiment will leave you questioning what being human really means. Welcome to Recap Blitz, where every experiment has a price. I break down the movies that push science beyond limits and humanity beyond control. The movie begins with the introduction of Professor Sherman Klump, a man who is well-liked by everyone for his kind nature and dedication. He is respected by his students and colleagues, but his only weakness is his heavy body weight, which sometimes causes him embarrassment. Still, his professional life continues smoothly, and he often finds success in his programs. One morning, when he arrives at William College, he is shocked to see more than 5,000 small, minister-like creatures swarming all over the campus. These strange beings suddenly appeared and created chaos everywhere, even climbing into sandwiches of people and disturbing the entire environment. Soon it is revealed that these creatures are actually the same experimental subjects who were set free the previous day. After investigation, it comes to light that all of this happened because Sharma, without realizing, had accidentally pressed a wrong button. That one mistake opened a gateway, which caused this strange incident. Sharman tries hard to identify the root of the problem and control the situation. At this time, he also approaches Shai Li, a brilliant woman who is the chairman's favorite, and just like Sharma, she is also very intelligent. The chairman and his team have been running a secret experiment to turn normal elements into gold. In one of these experiments, they use the DNA of an overweight person and transform it in such a way that the body quickly reduces fat. When they test it on Shai Li, she instantly loses 85 grams of weight. But this experiment also brings danger. Sharma realizes this system could be harmful for Shai Li and warns her about the risks. Later, the chairman is informed about the semester incident at college and how it has created huge problems for the science department. Around this time, a man named Harlal comes forward offering to donate $10 million to the school. Meanwhile, Sharma gets a strict warning that he must handle all experiments carefully because a single mistake can cause disastrous results, and no one wants to risk Shai Li's life. The story moves to Sharma's classroom, where his big belly accidentally rubs against the board while he is teaching, leaving marks behind. The children laugh at this, and Sharma feels embarrassed. Soon after, a new teacher named Karishma joins the college. She is a graduate in chemistry and teaches in the hall next to Sharma's class. Her beauty and intelligence impress everyone, even the chairman. Karishma herself tells Sharma that she always wanted to meet him and admires his work a lot. Later, Sharma goes for dinner with his family. His whole family sits together, and during the conversation, his father proudly declares that though Sharma can do anything, he will never be able to lose his weight. His father is very overweight himself and has the embarrassing habit of constantly passing gas while eating. Sharma feels deeply humiliated by his father's behavior, but his mother consoles him, saying that no matter how someone looks from the outside, what truly matters is a clean and beautiful heart. Her words give Sharma hope and motivation. Encouraged, Sharma decides to ask Karishma on a date. To his surprise, she agrees happily. This makes Sharma overjoyed, and he plans to take her out on Friday. When he returns home, his face is glowing with a big smile because for the first time, he is going on a date with the girl he truly likes. That night, while watching TV, he falls asleep and dreams of being at the beach with Karishma. In his dream, when he tries to kiss her, his heavy weight makes him sink into the sand, and he wakes up frightened. On TV, a host keeps repeating lines about fitness and weight loss, which makes Sharma realize that he must do whatever it takes to reduce his size. Determined, he starts attending Zumba and gym classes to become fit. He works hard, though it is still a big challenge for him. Finally, Friday arrives, and he goes on the date with Karishma. They enjoy together, laughing and spending time happily. But then, an entertainer named Reggie comes on stage, performing comedy, which adds another twist to their evening. The man often comes inside the gatherings where people are sitting and enjoying, but instead of joining them happily, he always ends up insulting them more and more with his words. When the chairman hears this, his heart breaks and tears come into his eyes. After that, he decides to drop the man back to his home. At the corner, Shravan praises him again, saying he did well, and the man thanks her politely before walking back home alone. But inside, he is filled with sadness, loneliness, and disappointment. He cannot handle the pain, so he eats food from his Jandan account money, and while eating, he slowly falls asleep. In his sleep, he sees a strange dream. In the dream, he gets a sudden heart attack, and it feels like he has become just a chapter, a small joint in a long book of life. When he comes out of the hospital in that dream, he suddenly creates a dangerous point that has the power to destroy the entire world. Out of fear, he wakes up sweating, realizing the meaning of the dream. It clearly shows him that if he keeps depending only on exercise and healthy food, then he can never truly become slim. At that moment, he decides something very serious. He chooses to test the special serum on himself. Late in the night, he goes into the lab quietly, takes the medicine, and injects it into his own body. His blood pressure rises quickly. His heartbeat runs dangerously fast. On the computer screen, a message suddenly appears. Reconstruction complete. The next morning when he wakes up, he looks at himself and is completely shocked. His body is no longer weak. He has become fit, strong, and confident. Happiness fills his heart for the first time. He rushes to tell everyone, feeling proud. First, he goes shopping with others, and later when he is working in the loop, people fail to recognize him. In the city, he introduces himself under a new identity, calling himself Big Love, and proudly says that he is an American. He asks Karna if he can walk her to class. She hesitates for a moment, but then agrees because she can sense his truthfulness. Suddenly, Big Love's fingers start to swell unnaturally. Before the chairman notices this strange change, he quickly sends Karna away from there. Later, Karna meets the chairman and tells him about Big Love. She explains that Big Love wants to take her on a date. The chairman softly advises her that Big Love seems like a good person and she should go with him. Meanwhile, Big Love joins a sports club, a place where the chairman's strong body is always seen. Even though he was never fit before, now he moves with pride. During a program, Reggie once again tries to cancel things, but this time Big Love doesn't stay quiet. He openly insults Reggie on stage and stands up bravely. The audience cheers, and Big Love wins the moment. Seeing this, Karna feels impressed. She stands by him, shares his victory, and even kisses him. But soon, his lower lip starts swelling badly. Embarrassed, he makes an excuse about allergies and quickly leaves the place. At the same time, the chairman is secretly tracking him. He checks the card and finds out it belongs to Big Love. He starts suspecting that Big Love has stolen his project, so he begins to chase him in his car. Inside the car, the chairman's lower lip also swells, and his breath becomes heavy. It makes him realize the shocking truth. Big Love must have used the serum. To protect his own identity, he is forced to cut off the sports car and throw it aside. The next day, Big Love arrives late to class. Instead of students, he finds Dean waiting there angrily. Dean questions him about the sports car and asks why he bought it under the chairman's name. Dean warns him not to waste money on such useless luxuries. He threatens him directly, saying that if Harlan's funding gets into trouble because of him, his life will be in danger. Dean only cares that the chairman's serum project must impress Harlan. Meanwhile, the chairman meets Chala. Karna also shares her feelings, saying that Big Love is a little strange but still someone she feels close to. The chairman then takes Karna to dinner, introducing her to his family. But at the dinner table, his family members ask very personal questions about her relationship. Karna feels extremely uncomfortable and out of place. Even when she receives the award from Chairman's father, it makes her feel awkward. After dinner, the chairman drops Karna home. He apologizes for his family's behavior. Karna, however, gently tells him that she is actually waiting for a call from Big Love. Hearing this, the chairman finally realizes that he can only reach Karna's heart if he continues meeting her as Big Love. So once again, he decides to enter the loop and consume the serum, even though his close aid chain warns him not to do it. When he takes it, the taste level rises so high that it feels completely different, nothing like the ordinary chairman at all. If it is done for too long, it almost feels as if the entire body of the chairman is being taken over, and he tries to resist it. But Buddy is too clever. He carries the work with him and goes straight to the hotel, where Herman, the chairman, behaves nicely. They sit for dinner, and Buddy cleverly suggests the idea of serum to impress Holland. Buddy charms Herman easily and even describes the girls standing there in detail, using his words to flatter them. At the same time, he takes full credit in the chairman's name. Kara sees all this with her own eyes, and she is deeply shocked. She later goes to Buddy and confronts him about what he is doing. Buddy, with his careless attitude, tells her that he does not care whom he is with. Any girl is fine for him, and it makes no difference to him at all. Kara, filled with anger, walks away from him. Dee, who stands against prohibition, supports Buddy and tells him to give the final presentation at the event. That night, Buddy spends the whole evening in wild parties. The next morning, when he wakes up, he finds himself in the body of the chairman of America, surrounded in bed by several women. Shortly after, Kara comes in and sees him there with the girls. She scolds him bitterly and tells him that he is no different from Buddy. The chairman then goes to the office, but from there he learns the shocking truth. He has already been replaced, and Buddy has taken his place. Heartbroken, he returns home. By accident, he turns on the television, and there a video plays which reminds him of the wish. The video mocks his boring life and pushes him to give up. Anger fills the chairman, and he destroys everything around him. He even orders Jason to destroy the samples. But in the chairman's diet drinks, the formula is still mixed. When he drinks in the city, he transforms into Buddy once again and heads off to New York. Jason later checks the computer and sees a message. Buddy's test level has risen dangerously high, and if he takes even one more dose, the chairman will completely disappear, leaving only Buddy forever. Buddy steps up on the stage and starts talking about everything related to the film. Suddenly, his body starts changing. Sometimes his belly grows out, sometimes his body shrinks again. Everyone present is shocked by what they see. At that very moment, Jason arrives and begs him to stop taking any more. Buddy begins choking himself, and the truth is revealed. It is the real chairman inside who is fighting to stop Buddy. Finally, the chairman gathers strength and takes control, transforming back into himself. Kara, the chairman's parents, and everyone else are stunned by what they have just witnessed. The chairman admits the truth. He had only wanted to help everyone, but his experiment has failed terribly. He accepts that he should have learned to mix things within himself in the right way instead of trying shortcuts. Disheartened, he begins to walk away. But Kara stops him and gently asks him for a dance. She tells him softly that she has always liked him, not because of Buddy, but because of his pure and honest heart. Her words bring comfort to him. Soon, over the weekend, he even agrees to fund Irvin's formula, saying that though the experiment was a failure, the love and warmth he has received from his people has touched his heart. And that is where this story comes to an end.
Subscribe. Join next time for another story that makes you think and feel. Until then, stay curious and stay safe.